Okay, so we're going to do a gender prediction test and see if it says boy or girl. So let's see, let's just get started on this. The first one is place your hands out in front of you. If you're pregnant, go ahead and just do that. Place your hands out in front of you, don't think about it. Have you done it? Okay. So if your palms were up, then that means you're going to have a girl. If the palms were down, then it's going to be a boy. I did it and it said boy. So that's a mark for boy. We've got, there we go. Okay, the next one is the heart rate. If it's above 140, then it's supposed to be a girl. If it's below if it's 140 or below, it's supposed to be a boy. Mine, we just got done a couple days ago, and it's 160. So that is a point for the girl. The next one, when you're resting or sleeping, if you sleep more on your right, you're supposed to have a girl, and if you sleep more on your left side, it's a boy. I've actually changed the way I've been sleeping. I noticed it, and I've been sleeping more on my right side, which I thought was weird because I figured you just sleep the same. So that's a point for the girl. Next one is the gender test, like a Chinese gender test. You have to have your lunar age and lunar month that you conceived. So you gotta go onto websites and try and find the right one. Mine said girl. So another mark for girl. Okay, the next one is the ring test. What you do is you're going to hold a ring, one of your engagement ring or your wedding ring, and have it on a string and hold it over your belly. If it goes in a circle, you're supposed to have a girl. If it goes back and forth, it's a boy. So let's get set up and try that out. Okay, let's try this. Set it down in the belly button and then lift it up and see if it goes back and forth or in a circle. I would say that it's hard to determine. I guess it's going back and forth. Alright, so I would say that's going back and forth, which in that case means it's a boy. So we'll go tally that up and then finish our video. Okay, so we've tallied it up. 3 for girl. I don't know if you could see that. And 2 for boy. So the next one is your first kid's hairline. Your first kid that was born, if the hair on their neck comes to a point, then it's supposed to be the opposite gender. If it's straight across, then it's supposed to be the same gender. I went ahead and used Jacinda as my first kid since I gave birth to her rather than using Katie. I don't know how that would work in this scenario. And her hair comes to a point, and so that means it's the opposite. So that gives us another point for a boy. Next one is you take your parents, their kids' genders. If you have mostly girls, then you're supposed to have a girl. If you have mostly boys, then it's supposed to be a boy. For Josh's parents, they had one boy and one girl. My mom had 2 girls. My dad had 3 girls and 3 boys. That gives us a total, because we add up both my parents and his parents, for 4 boys and 5 girls. So that's a point for the girl. Next one is what you're craving. Sweets is a girl. If you crave salty food or sour food, it's a boy. I definitely crave more salty food or sour food rather than sweets. So that's a point for the boy. If your feet are colder than before you were pregnant, then you're supposed to have a boy. If your feet are the same or warmer, it's a girl. I'd have to say that my feet are the same. My feet are usually cold anyways, but they haven't been colder than usual. Sometimes actually been a little bit warmer, I guess. So that's a girl. Dry hands. If you have dry hands, that means you're supposed to have a boy. If you do not have dry hands, then have a girl. I do not have dry hands at all. So that's a point for the girl. You look under your left eye and pull the lid down. And if you have a Y or a V, then you should be having a girl. If not, then then you're supposed to have a boy. I looked a while ago, and see my left eye, and I started to get a V shape under my eye. So that's a point for a girl. If you are more moody than usual, then you'll have a girl. If you are the same or less, then a boy. I'm kind of a moody person anyways, but I would say I have a little bit, it's different, but I'm a little bit more moodier, more mood swings and stuff. So that's a girl. Let's see, what's next? If you dream, eventually you'll dream of your baby. So you dream of the opposite sex of what you're going to have. So if you dream of a boy, then you're going to have a girl. If you dream of a girl, then you're going to have a boy. I only have had one dream of having a baby, and that was a boy. So that means I'm supposed to have a girl. Let's see, few more. Headaches. If you have more headaches now that you're pregnant, then you're going to have a boy. I have definitely had more headaches. Luckily, not migraines, but I've had headaches. So that's a point for the boy. If you've had more acne, then it's a girl. If you've had less acne, then it's a boy. I've definitely had more acne. It's terrible. So that's a point for the girl for sure. If you feel pretty and your hair is nice, you're having a boy. If you feel gross, you have dull hair and everything, you're going to have a girl. My hair, as you can see, is completely messed up. It doesn't matter what I do. I have to put a ton of hairspray in it to keep it down. So that goes to the girl again. Okay. If you're graceful during pregnancy, you're going to have a girl. If you are dropping things and tripping over things, then you're going to have a boy. I cannot mark down I'm not going to mark anything down for that because I have no idea. I'm not super graceful, but I'm not dropping things. I'm not tripping things more than usual. So I'm not going to mark one for any of that. If you don't have any morning sickness or very little, then it's a boy. If you have morning sickness, then you're going to have a girl. This is totally opposite for me and my cousin in our first pregnancies. But I did have morning sickness this time, whereas my first one I didn't. Not very much, but I did. So I'm going to put that down for a girl. So I definitely had more than I did my first pregnancy. Whoops. If you crave meat and cheese, then a boy. Definitely I've craved more meats and stuff. So that's a point for the boy. He needs to get a few more points there. If you can only think of boy names, then you're going to have a boy. If you can only think of girl names, then you're going to have a girl. I've been trying to think of boy names because I really thought that I was going to have, or I really think that I'm going to have a boy. But I can't think of any boy names that I really like. I've found a few girl names that I do like. So that goes to the girl. The last one is what's your motherly instinct if you're going to have a boy, or do you feel that you're really going to have a girl? I feel that I'm really going to have a boy. I don't know why, if it's because everybody keeps telling me that I'm going to have a boy, or everybody wants me to have a boy, or what, but that's what I keep feeling, is that it's going to be a boy. So that's a point for the boy. So, which is really weird because we have 7 points for the boy. And, I don't know if you can see that, it's at 13 points for the girl. I really thought that the boy was going to win. I mean, I've done this video before, but, and I had the same results, but I just think that it's so weird because I always thought that the boy would end up taking the votes when it's the girl. So I'm very curious to find out in the next couple months what I'm going to have, if these gender prediction tests really work or not. I mean, obviously some of them are opposite, but so we'll see, and then when I find out, we'll post a video on here and let you know what I have.